This video is going to go through all of the cams, levers, and knobs on the carriages, both the back bed or top bed and bottom bed or front bed carriages, beginning with the main bed or back bed. So first of all, we have our tension dial. This controls the size of the stitch on the back bed specifically. Then we have our cam lever, I believe it's called. And when it's set to this forward facing position, it is stockinette or jersey, so just knitting. SJ is slip. T is tuck. Then over here, L is lace. It's not true lace, but it is lace using the punch card. And then ferile or stranded knitting is F. Then we have these guys. These are our Russell levers. You'll notice that a lot of the things that are on the back carriage are also on the front carriage. So we also have Russell levers down here that we'll get into in a moment. These Russell levers control hold or partial knitting. So if the levers are set to the 2 ticks, that means everything is going to knit if it's all the way forward. And if it's set to the 1 position, it will not knit the needles that are all the way forward. And this is directional. So if you set one of them, it will not knit the needles that are out this way. And if, same thing on this side, if both of them are selected to 1, it won't knit the needles forward in either direction. Then we have these levers on the sides. There is a little triangle motif and a circle. Triangle engages the punch card feature, and circle is not engaging the pattern selector or punch card feature. In general, it's good to keep these forward at all times, especially when using the ribber, unless you're using the patterned knitting function. This little arm is for color change. So if you have it down, you're not color changing. And if it's up, you are using the color changer over there. And that's about it for the top or back bed. Now, I'm gonna lower this down and we can look at the front bed. So again, a lot of the same things, tension dial here. The tension that is on the top or back bed and the tension that is on the front or bottom bed doesn't necessarily have the same number. You could be knitting tighter in the front and looser in the back, or the opposite. It depends on what you're knitting. Then we have the Russell levers, which again are the same as these Russell levers. They control directional partial knitting. So if the needles are forward and you go to 1, you will not be knitting the needles that are all the way forward. If you're on 2, everything's knitting all the time. Down here, I don't actually know what this is called. I can look that up. But this knob, which has sort of a little arrow on it, means that when you engage these levers, you are slipping. And again, it's directional. So if you have 0 over here, you will not be knitting on the bottom bed going that way, and vice versa. If you have 1, you're knitting that way and not knitting that way. This is used for tubular knitting, but also other slip stitch techniques. And then the U is tuck, and it's the same thing. It's directional, so you'll be tucking this way, you'll be tucking that way. This is set to 1 in most circumstances. Then if we come over here, we have our pitch lever, and pitch is for techniques where the needles should line up with each other. So for a 1x1 rib, you will be in pitch and you will be alternating needles. So every other needle on the top and every other needle on the bottom are in work, and you are in pitch here. Half pitch is for an all needle rib or any sort of unbalanced rib. So that means that if you select all needles, the bottom needles and the top needles should be going through each other. You'll see that they're perfectly half set so that all needles can be working. This results in a way stretchier or wider fabric if you're in half pitch. Also, if you're in half pitch, you can utilize racking. So this is the racking knob. You'll notice the bed, I'm gonna stick a needle out so that you can see it moving. Racking to the left or right moves the bottom bed left and right. And this can be used in switching basically whatever knitting formation you're doing. But you can also have ribs that are sort of moving across the fabric if you are using half pitch and racking together. And that is the main setup of our double bed machine.